Good morning. My name is Jaquelin Madero, and as a student of the Universidad de Oriente and member of this team, it's a pleasure for me and my classmates that you have allowed us part of your time and can be here with us today. These are my classmates, Maria Guadalupe, Eduardo Cruz, and Sergio Jarussi. We would like to ask you some questions about your background, your education, some experiences you have had, and some of your hobbies and interests in order to learn more about you and share this information with our class. So, our motivation is that we hope to use this information to help the class become more comfortable speaking to and with you by knowing you better, and so that they are encouraged to have a conversation with other native speakers and know that you do not have to be perfect in a language to be able to establish a conversation. The interview should take about 50 or 20 minutes. Are you able to respond to some questions at this time?
I will be able to.
Let me begin by asking you some questions about where you live and your family. First of all, please introduce yourself. So, what is your name?
Hello, my name is Zuleima.
Do you have siblings?
I do have a sister.
So, how old are you and your sibling?
I am currently 17 and my sister is 15.
Where were you born?
I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Are you still living in Tulsa?
Currently, no.
Where do you live now?
I currently live in Mexico, Tabasco.
Do you study or do you work?
I currently study.
Good afternoon, welcome, and nice to meet you. My name is Maria, and I'm going to ask you about your experience and education in both countries, Mexico and USA. Okay, let's begin. The first question: where did you study? I mean, in your previous school.
In my previous school, I used to study in Tulsa Honor Academy.
Okay, where are you studying now?
I'm currently studying in a school called Gobatab number 17.
How could you describe your experience in your previous school?
My experience in my previous school was pretty fine. I've known a lot of people. I felt more comfortable. I've had a lot of experience with people that I've known throughout my life, with my family. It's been just a whole bunch of different types of experience through the people that I've known and my family.
Is it similar to your current school, and why?
It is not similar because in my previous school, they have different types of traditions. As coming here, they have different types, so it's very different. The people, their personalities, every type of people have their own type of way of expressing themselves, but because of the traditions, they have their own way of acting because of the traditions. But I would say it's pretty fine both ways.
Okay. Was it easier or difficult to you to adapt to a new pace of education?
It was somewhat difficult, but with some people that I've known currently coming here and the support of my family, it's been a little bit better with their help.
Thank you. Since you're about to finish your high school studies, what would you like to study at university and why?
Since I'm finishing high school, I think I would like to study languages because since I already know English and Spanish, I think it would be a lot better and for my career and my experience to know a lot more languages. And because of my goals, I would like to travel, so I think it would be good to know different types of languages.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Changing the topic a bit, how has been your experience living in Mexico?
My experience living in Mexico is somewhat nice. Throughout my experience, obviously there has been some ups and downs, but I think personally it's been a very great of experience with my family and some friends.
Did you have a problem with the language?
I did have a problem with the language at first, but my family and some of friends, since I've been studying, helped me throughout the process of speaking better Spanish.
When did you learn Spanish?
I learned Spanish kind of roughly at the same time I learned English, because when I learned English, I was a little girl. So I was in pre-K, the very first school that you attend when you're little. And throughout that time when I was speaking English, I came home and my mom, since they speak pure Spanish, they don't know English. They understand, but they don't speak. Since I came out of school learning some few little things, my mom helped me throughout trying to translate it and trying to learn what I learned in school. So, for example, if I learned the colors in English, my mom would say, oh, this is the color red, this is the color yellow. So she would learn also English with me, and she would teach me Spanish also while learning English at the same time.
How did you improve your Spanish?
I improved it by speaking more with my family, because at first I still had a little accent because I didn't know how to pronounce it very well. But my mom helped me by speaking with other people mostly. My accent came out more, and you couldn't really hear that I wasn't really a native Spanish speaker.
Wow, okay. Could you give me tips, please?
I would say it's more about more practice, because at the beginning, for anybody, I believe learning a language is very hard since you're not really a native person. I would say just to practice a lot more, talk with other people to get more your accent out and your pronunciation more with other people.
Okay, thank you. Who taught you Spanish?
Excuse me?
Who took your Spanish?
My mother, my family, but mostly my mother helped me with my Spanish.
So your family speaks Spanish?
My family do speak Spanish.
Why did your family decide to return to Mexico?
They decided to come back because of some economic problems, mostly, and it was very hard for us to sustain our living in the United States. So they decided mainly to come back here, and they took us with them, obviously.
Was the decision difficult for you and your sister?
It was mainly a decision hard for my sister, not mainly me, because I didn't know where I was coming to. But being here, it's a pretty nice experience. But for my sister, it was mainly hard.
And finally, what is your favorite food of Mexico?
My favorite food, I would say, is mainly the tacos. They have a very good sensation since they put grease, some onion, their type of spice is really spicy, because over there we don't have usually very spicy sauces, but they make it very saucy, and it gives it a little flavor to the tacos.
Okay, thank you.
Well, nice to meet you. Now, I would like to know about your hobbies, your activities, right? What school activities are you involved in?
The school activities that I was involved in were volleyball.
So, do you enjoy it?
I do enjoy it.
Right. What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I like to read. I have an app that I read. And I also listen to music.
What do you like to read?
I like to read anything. There's nothing special that I read. I read anything that just comes through.
Right. And about the music, what do you like to listen to?
I like to listen to anything. There is nothing in special. I like to listen to all types of music. I usually mainly repeat the same music that I like over and over again, but I don't like country music.
I do the same with the music I love. I listen, repeat. Yeah. Do you spend time with your sister?
I do spend time with my sister. Most of my time, most of my life memories are with her. There is nothing that I don't do without her. It's like we're just two stick together. My experiences are her experiences are my experiences. We are just super close together.
Right. What kind of activities do you do with your sister?
I do anything. Since we're in school together, we go to the same school. I try to help her with her things, and she tries to help me with my things. We do school activities, we do homework, we travel when we have time. We travel and we do things together. There is nothing that I remember that I don't do without her.
Right. Is there any activity that you would like to learn?
Is there any activity that
That you would like to learn?
learn? I would like to learn how to play an instrument, mainly the electric guitar. I like the sound of the electric guitar and the music and how it sounds, the melodies, and the piano also very soothing, relaxing. Depends on the genre of the music.
Right. And finally, what has been your most pleasant memory since you live in Mexico?
My most pleasant memories are usually that I remember are traveling. Traveling makes, I think, anyone, in my opinion, I think travel makes my most memorable memories because since it's the view, it's the experience, it's the new things that you haven't seen, experience. It's mainly with my sister because my sister makes my days, my experiences more better. We usually goof around doing things, and since we travel and see new things with her and our usual type of plays and goofy things that we do, it makes it more pleasant, more memorable for me. The views, the food that we try too are just very nice to try with her. So I like to do anything with her.
Okay, thanks.
So now some fun questions. So first, who is your favorite hero?
My favorite hero would be Spider-Man.
Now, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear would be claustrophobia. I'm scared of tiny, small places.
If you could live anywhere, would be?
It would be Cancun because I've heard it has a very beautiful sea. So it would be nice to see the blue sea.
What is your favorite family holiday?
My favorite family holiday would be Christmas, family time.
What really makes you angry?
What really makes me angry is not being able to talk when I have to talk. When they interrupt me. Either way, I usually get mad easily.
Okay.
Do you like read? And what is your favorite book?
I do like to read somewhat. It's not my main thing that I like to do, but I do read sometimes. My favorite book is a book called The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Really, really nice.
If you could do anything for a day, what will it be?
I think it would be travel. I would like to look at different places because every single place has a special thing, but mainly would be the sky, the afternoons, the pretty sunset evenings.
Okay, have you ever had a nickname? What's it?
I don't think I've had a nickname, but it's my name is Zuleima, but they usually just call me Zuli. But that's just the only nickname that I've had.
If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what will it be and why?
I think it would be. I really don't have a favorite food that I would like to eat all the time, but I think I could stand fries. Since they're mushy with the potato, I think I could live off of fries only.
Do you collect anything?
Do I color?
Uh-huh.
If they hand me like a coloring book, I would color it, but it's not something that I would do very often.
If you could go back in time, what year will you travel to?
I think I would travel in 2015 summertime because I feel like in that time it was like a very enjoyable summertime. The music, the car rides, the sun feeling, the warm feeling. I feel like it was much more of a family time. I feel like at that time I was still young, but it didn't really feel like it was a very good time. But I think it was a very what's it called? It was like a very yeah.
Okay. I mean, me
Nostalgia moment.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
I think any year before the
Pandemic.
the pandemic is great.
What is your favorite subject in high school?
I think my favorite subject would be science. I think it's very cool to experiment, and the substances. I think I get a lot of a lot of science.
Thank you.
So, well, it has been a pleasure finding out more about you. As a native speaker, could you give us some advice at the moment to establish a conversation, of course, with a native speaker?
I think everybody learns different. So, as for you, I would recommend to just talk more. For example, with me, I could try to help you, or anybody else can try to help you who's a native speaker with your pronunciation. I think you go at your own pace because everybody learns different. But I would recommend just talking more with other people to get out your English better. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We really appreciate the time you took for this interview. Also, we are very grateful for letting us know more about you, your family, and your future plans.
Okay.
We hope you enjoy this conversation because I assure that Forest it has been like that.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
Not really. I just enjoyed the interview a lot. It's been fun. It's been fun wasting my time with you guys, and the whole interview. It's been really nice. Thank you.
Would you like to share us a social network with us? In that order, people can get to know you more and maybe leave a message.
I mainly use only Instagram and Facebook. My Facebook is Zuleima Hernandez, Zuleima Hernandez, Hernandez, and my Instagram would be at ZUL3YMA1.
So once again, we are very grateful and thank you so much to be part of this interview. And at the end of the day, it's our project. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.